So I don't think you can't really compare generations of the sport just because of how it's just so different today.
Yeah.
Um, just the overall depth of it. And it's kind of like it's what Phelps was able to do in 2008 was like incredible.
Yeah.
But to do that today would be just like his eight was already like absolutely insane, like one of the greatest things, ever achieved in sports. And I'm someone who you can't compare sports together. Like when people like have a list of like goats and stuff like that, I like in myself like I cringe a bit because it's just like you can't compare different sports with each other because every sport's in a different process or different like time, age, era, or whatever, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
And you don't know, you can't compare that with another sports era just because you don't know how developed each sport truly is. Um, but like, I don't think that eight gold medals would be possible today. And that was only 16 years ago. And everything's kind of like, imagine like what that would have been in 1980. Like that would have been a lot, don't want to say easier to do, but like way more manageable. Um, if there's the same events, obviously, still then, because there's more events now.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's like comparing generations is hard, and that's why I only went back to like 2016, just because that was only 9 years ago, and it was a little bit, like you could still see a slight trend with most events. Some events were still like kind of the same,
Mm-hmm.
um, but there's definitely like a good chunk of events that did like pick up in progression, and which is great to see. Uh, But yeah, comparing like generations, like when people were talking about Rowdy in 1980 and stuff like that, I'm like, that's just different. Um,
Very.
like I'll gold medals and everything, but like don't compare 1980 to 2024 or 2025. It's not the same. But every like each Olympics has its own right to its own Olympics or so. And from Rowdy, he grew the sport. He was literally the voice of swimming for 40 years,
Yeah.
and he's honestly probably like one of the biggest reasons this sport has grown to where it is today globally and everything. Even though like there's a lot of people don't like him. I guess I like his announcing. I've never had a problem with it, but um, a lot of I guess some fans don't like his announcing for some reason. I don't get it, but everyone has their own opinion about it. But he's literally been the voice of swimming. And
Forever.
same thing with Michael and his, how he's grown the sport in the US.
Mm-hmm.
Like when his trend when he was swimming after every Olympics was incredible. Um, it's just it's not comparable with today, and especially with social media and everything in there,
Yeah.
and the general state of the world and the US during each quad is completely different. Um, so kind of lost track of where I was going with this. I just know it's like it's just different
I just think
now.
I really love that you went back and looked at the trends. So
Yeah,
yeah, you're just talking
yeah,
about like what pops up when you
yeah,
look at the trends from a 30,000 foot view and from a very specific event
yeah, yeah,
view. And it sounds like
yeah,
comparison is the thief of joy. Don't compare.
yeah, yeah. It truly is. It truly is. And like you could go back to 2000 and look up um but like you'll probably see like a 10-second difference between the first person in finals and the last person in finals for like a
Mm.
400 or something like that. I don't know where that might start. Or like 4 seconds in a 200, which is a lot to me in a
Yeah.
200.
Yeah.
Uh, but like those, you just can't compare it. That's why like I only try to compare like the top times from that age, I guess, and see like the progression there. But like because the depth just wasn't there back then.
Gotcha.
But it's here now, and it's going to be comparing like 20 years. We're going to be like there was no depth in 2020 or 2024 compared to what it's going to be in like 2050. So like it's just going to keep going, and then like what we're doing now is going to be like obsolete to the future. But um, yeah, just it's cool to look at trends. It's why I just didn't go like that far back into it,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
kind of do want to go back far into it now and like maybe up to like 2008 and see like kind of what they were and then like see like the suit trends and stuff like that and see yeah. Um,
Yeah, you can
but yeah,
definitely nerd
I
out for sure over swimming data. Like it's crazy how much
yeah,
information is out there.
it was also like kind of I don't think I did it in the best way too. It was because I had to look up each meet and then like click through. It wasn't just like you could use like chat GPT or something to like look up the specific results you wanted because that would have been great. But like I tried it at first and it just kept showing me like the finals result and I'm like, no, I don't want finals. I want semifinals. I want to know what made it the finals for that year. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then do that for each event. But yeah, it was a little tricky. So and like World Aquatics page doesn't make it easy to look at all the events all at once.
I know.
Uh,
I know.
Right? It's I got to keep clicking through it all, everything and like find it. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah. It's yeah.
It,
The biggest thing is also just I don't want to say like the past generations don't respect this generation or so, especially like with just like what was going on at Worlds, and the meme that was sent around and the entitlement phrase that Rowdy backpedaled on now
mhm.
and was saying it wasn't referring to that, I guess. So like. But it's also the biggest thing I it's just like I also feel like you're just not respecting what you guys were able to do for the sport, which was grow it
Yeah.
in a sense. And I know it didn't necessarily grow in the US as fast as it grew like globally, but that's also kind of just it's easier to grow something that's not already so developed, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
1,000%. A
So
1,000% makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
So that's kind of like where I'm at with, and like those guys are legends and absolutely love them. And you know what they're saying, like it definitely has truth and merit to it and everything. It's more so like what everybody else is saying for the most part. And I don't, and like kind of the way they went about it too, and like the timing of it was not great at all.
No.
It just brought way too much other stuff with it.
Correct.
But it's also like here's my rambling. It brought us into this talk space though. It was
Yeah.
like we're talking about it. And you know, is I guess someone has to kind of like be that I don't want to say like unprofessional, but it definitely wasn't done in a professional way. Um, you know, kind of be that start, I guess. So like and Ryan was that start because he I think he was the one who made the meme or maybe found it. I don't know.
I feel like he
Um
found it. I don't know. Is he a meme guy?
there's a lot of swimming meme pages out there on Instagram. I don't know if he got it from someone or not,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
um, it got us talking. So
It got us talking.
uh,
Yeah.
huge props to that. And unfortunate with the timing, but hopefully in the long run it proves to be worth it.